Yo, what's going on, guys? Matthew Haynes, aka the Clock Master. I am here with my wife,
Shannon, aka Cosmic Pinks. What?
and we're here for
Here we go.
the wheel. Time.
Episode 5.
Every time it's just like just do that. I do crazy high energy. Just like, episode 5. Oh god.
Because I just never know when you're gonna pass it to me.
Well, I'm gonna pass the ball to you at some point in the intro.
Oh, really? I had no idea you were gonna pass it to me.
Because you said you didn't know when I'm gonna pass it to you, so I'm gonna pass it to you in the intro.
Wow.
You said you didn't know. You're trying to. I'm pulling the ice down on you. You said you said you didn't know. So I told you when. I'll pass it to you in the intro.
And the intro is very vague.
Exactly.
This whole thing is the intro.
Exactly. Anyway, so thank y'all for coming to the channel. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy what you see. Please, I encourage you to go check out our previous Wheel of Time reactions before you check out this one, because get a feel for us, see if you like us, see if you like our vibe, because we can be a little crazy sometimes, especially me. I can be a little wild. I could say some off rip things. I can just be kind of crazy in a good way, but my wife just is like a sponge for my energy, so she just helps me with the balance. But if you guys are new here and you just want to check out, go check out our previous reactions to this season and season 1 as well. If you want to go back that far, we did react on separate channels at that time. Because I ended up watching some of those episodes before I introduced my wife to the show. So then she watched it later on her own channel, which you can check out, Cosmic Pinks. So just go ahead and do that if you're new. And if you stick around to the end. I take notes for all these episodes. So we normally have really long discussions after these episodes.
Extremely.
So as you can see from the title of the thumbnail, we are non-book readers. For the new people here, and we have no knowledge of the books whatsoever. Maybe some minor things that people might have said in the comic books, over their reaction. Henney, oh my god, sorry, my brain.
Comic book.
My brain was thinking.
No, that's canon. Our comments are comic books.
No. My brain is running on autopilot because I have to do a voiceover script for something comic book related later. So we only have minor information from the books, not the comic books, from the books. However, though, Wheel of Time comic books would be kind of cool, though.
It would be kind of cool.
It would be pretty dope to have a visualization of certain book plots or plot lines and stuff like that. It'd be pretty cool to see a comic book. Somebody make it happen. Dark Horse, they're usually the ones that get properties that are not Marvel related or something. Somebody make it happen. Image Comics, actually, somebody do it. Let's make a petition. Let's make a petition for Wheel of Time comic books if they don't have them already somehow. And I would have heard of them if they had them. Anyways, that's besides the point. You could skip to the reaction point if this is already too long for you. At any point of this video. We're not going to recap the last episode too much in this, so we're just going to go ahead and watch it, and any other announcements to make for YouTube before we get to the reaction.
Just go check out Patreon. Full reaction if you haven't done so already. Full reaction on Patreon.
Go ahead and check that out. We normally put it up right as soon as we watch the episode, so go ahead and do that. We got some pretty cool revelations last episode, especially with Lanfear and Salim, aka Lanfear. And Moiraine, I seriously wonder if she's ever gonna get her connection back to the source, man. I feel like they have to nerf her for the season. I don't know.
We'll see, man.
We got some cool stuff. Wolf brother. Not a lot of big revelations last episode.
Well, it's because we're like halfway through.
Oh man, already?
I know.
Dang.
I know.
That's my only gripe at Amazon sometimes is just dropping
only 8 episodes.
Well, not just that, but just dropping like 3 episodes. Like it's nice at the same time, but it's also like, because like if they drop 1 episode, we're like, no man, they should have dropped 2, they should have dropped 3, and then we get 3 episodes, like no, they dropped too much. So I guess they can't really,
it ends earlier.
They can't really please everybody if you're being honest about it, but it's what it is. I feel like in some instances you need 3 episodes.
Yeah, to get a feel for
the season.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know, 1 episode would suffice.
Yeah.
You know, the Wheel of Time community is always overly breaking things down and everything. So 1 episode is enough content for a week. For a week. Yeah. You know, like people like obviously like, you know, the like Dusty Wheel, for example, who would just go in and have like these really long live streams, or like 14-hour breakdowns on the trailer. I think, if I'm not mistaken, bro, I think the trailer was like 12 hours or something like that.
What?
No, hold on. I'm gonna go to the channel right now. I really hope I'm not tripping and I'm not speaking wrong, but I really believe that I think the trailer discussion or whatever. Let me be careful how I look at his channel, because I know they thing. I think it was like a 12-hour breakdown. Hold on, let me go back to this thing. It's somewhere. See, 11-hour stream, so I believe it already.
Episode 1 through 3.
Where's the trailer? There it is. Trailer dropped. Yep. Wow. Nearly a 12-hour live stream just on the trailer.
Wow.
Yeah, Dusty will be going in, bro. Dusty will be going in, man. I'm telling you. 12 hours. That's what some people were telling me. They were like, oh, you think your reactions are... You think your 1-hour discussion was long? He was like, Dusty Will does like a 12-hour. I was like, okay. I was like, never mind. I thought we were doing way too long a video.
People sit there and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I get it though, because it's like, you know, you have you know, this book that you love for so long, and you know, people are analyzing and breaking it down because there's so much little things to it, and you know, really extensive lore that we don't even fully know yet. We're only getting bits and pieces of everything. So, you know, we're trying to break everything down. So I get it, you know, I get it. I would be the same way with my favorite book series right now.
Well, I'm just
Children,
saying,
Blood and Bone.
You know, just the pure dedication.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm very impressed with y'all. You guys have so much tenacity and love for the franchise and the books and everything. It's amazing to see, man. It's really amazing to see so much love towards, you know, this kind of story, man. It's great. So anyways, pretty long intro. Just pre-reaction chatter, but that's why there's chapters, so people can just, you know, skip if they need to. That's okay. Anyways, I think we should just get right into this. Amazing episode. I can't wait to see what we're gonna see in this episode. Get my notes out. Let's get it cracking.
Let's get it crack-a-lacking.
Talk about the hits you normally do. Let's get into it now. Hair design is on point, though. That's all I'm saying. Okay, who's this? Maybe Lady Suroth is not a leader in that way.
For herself before the High Lord.
As the High Lord commands.
So he is above her.
Yeah.
Uniting all the people of the world.
I knew there was ranks to this.
To fight the shadow.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
A mission you have carelessly jeopardized.
He did say that. He did.
Village too far.
So Ishamel is saying that how we gotta. Oh shoot!
Dang.
Oh dang! Ishamel's playing politics.
One more thing.
It's gotta be a reason.
We captured. I know you're a collector of ancient things.
Pattern Fane.
Dang, bro, the lore is getting deeper.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the.
Right.
Yeah, barely slow her down is accurate.
Yeah.
God. The only person that could maybe stand up to her is Rand. Obviously being the dragon. Moiraine can't do nothing here.
No, literally.
Whew. Oh, yeah. God.
I don't got time to stop. Let's keep it moving.
The White Tower, are we going back to?
I mean, if they don't take her,
What are you
She's
doing?
gonna die, so.
I cannot give her a way to follow us.
Aww. Poor horsey. Aww. Hard decisions for necessary means.
Yeah, that's some serious stuff.
Dang, bro, they're not playing around, bro. Poor horsey. See how her whole fit changed?
Yeah. The whole attitude.
Oh god, there was one more.
No.
It does.
What happened to your horse?
Oh shoot!
Whoa. Bro, I barely saw what happened. It was so fast.
God damn! Oh my god, bro, bro, nah, man.
Now neither are you.
Elijah's gonna die, bro.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With us.
I'm gonna know my
was
friends
away.
though. Oh, you just messed up now.
Oh god.
Anything about my pack?
I don't blame him because he doesn't really know Elias and them that well, but he does know his friends.
Yeah.
Tell me the truth. All of it.
Can we keep walking while we do that?
Go back.
What is it?
Such a good boy.
They didn't even bury him.
Damn.
Jeez.
Come on, man. You can't literally say, "Aw, good boy." You literally said you can't run away from who you are.
Yeah. His best chance of understanding who he is through Elias.
It's through Elias.
That's crazy, man. I guess kind of like a warning, though.
Yeah.
As, you know, awful as it is.
There she is.
To hear you.
Cage had his arm broken and practically ripped off.
What the heck is this guy?
Can't trust an Aiel. But you're on the wrong side of the mountains of mist.
This guy's observant.
Very.
What was it you said earlier about stranger?
2 Rivers. She's passed out now.
He's gonna try to help her.
Yep.
Friend.
Yes, of course, Chell Bonholt.
Thank you.
Something's wrong with this guy.
Lady, come.
He's called him child. We know what it is.
He's a Forsaken.
No, not a Forsaken.
No, not Forsaken. He's a
The White Cloak.
The White Cloak, yeah.
She was to be given nothing, child born.
Oh boy.
Gosh, we knew he was gonna be back this episode.
Yeah.
No wolves here.
Is the suckling child.
Gosh, I hate this.
God, man, listen to Elias, bro. Man said don't go back there. And yet you still want to go back. For reasons understood, but still. And she'll notice that eventually she'll notice that the tracks are no longer there.
You see, why'd you put the horses there?
Oh, Lord, this lady's dead.
He was. He's still so
Boy.
young.
Oh, boy.
Remember that.
Oh. She did. Oh!
Oh my god.
What the heck? Bro, she is freaking terrifying.
Yeah, just a bit.
Careful who you sleep with, y'all.
Literally.
Careful who you sleep with. Careful who you lay in your bed. Be careful who you lay down with, y'all. Or what's she up to? Is she the Black Aja that's a Forsaken?
Naomi.
Is she like brown? Is she a brown?
I come seeking knowledge from my
Well, she's a retiree, so it doesn't
No,
matter.
I know, but they're reading.
My sisters of the
They have brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see brown Aja. Now they're tied up.
Yeah.
The heck, Leandrin?
She didn't.
They're in the ways? Why'd she bring them to the ways?
Why are we here?
What the heck, Leandrin? What are you doing? What are we doing? What's the goal here?
You broke the 3 oaths. I've broken many more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're not supposed to be able to attack each other?
I guess so.
Make what's to come easier for you. I'll die before I join the dark. No matter what
There
you
it
do
is.
or say or where you take us. Every woman has her price.
So she's the Black Aja.
Yeah. Seems so.
I suspected her, but she's a little too obvious, so I wanted to think of somebody else.
Yeah.
There we go. So she's working with Shamel and them. Why?
Yeah, you want to share with the rest of the class?
Yeah.
I forget myself, my lord.
In cages.
I mean, that's just a parent thing.
Yeah.
Parent just can't literally sit idly.
No.
It doesn't matter who. If there was a living person there that he deemed trustworthy in some Avianda.
Father is my water is yours.
Avianda. The heck that mean?
I'm Perrin.
Perrin Ibarra.
Do you like to dance?
Boy, you don't know who you with, bro. It's a chuckle.
It's in parents' nature, though. I don't blame him.
Yeah. She's not some damsel.
Nah. Nowhere near.
It took half the army that they had right there to put her in the cage. It's like Black Widow and freaking Happy in the first Iron Man 2.
Now, Child Father gonna be after him, though.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Ooh, girl.
Dang.
I'm playing with y'all. There's music too. Oh my God. Dang. Woo. Oh my.
He gave you water. He helped
Fair.
us. Remember?
What are you?
Don't worry about what I am, bruh.
Let him go.
I'm here for the parent era. Like that's what we do. I'm just here for the parent era. Oh, this season, man. This is just amazing.
The dreams, she can hurt you just as easily there as here. And the moment you
Damn
fall
it.
asleep, she will
Some nightmare on Elm Street.
Keep us awake with
No,
one
this is freaking Dream of the Endless.
I'm not a wooder.
This is Rand.
More important than you.
A pleasure, Rand. I'm Barthane's Damodred, and this is my...
We've met. We need
Yeah,
horses.
that's right. They met at the party.
Coursers, if you have them. Should I say my liege?
Yeah, he's noticing
Yeah.
that she's different. Let's notice she's a blue. I'm noticing that now.
You didn't see if she was a blue before?
No, I couldn't really tell. You know, I didn't really pay attention to the color of her outfit. I should have.
Heartening to...
The 3 was signed out just the other day.
That seems worth remembering.
It is.
She knows something too.
I don't know how it slipped my mind, frankly.
It's quite unusual.
Yeah.
But it...
She literally fell for the most easiest trap.
Yeah.
Saw that Daredevil saw that joint from a different universe.
Yeah.
Do you think it might look like this? If a weave of compulsion was being
That's
used?
what I was thinking, man.
Compulsion?
Leandrin being a Black Asha is not something that shocks me at all whatsoever.
No.
Not at all. Like, here. And this is what YouTube semi-spoiled. Was this nonsense?
Mind you of it. On the day you kneel to me.
Oh.
Bold claim there. Better be able to live up to it.
Mm-hmm. Did she know that the three of them can beat them?
Maybe.
This is light work for these girls.
Yeah.
Okay, Egwene. Using the shield. Bro, she's beating y'all with TikTok dances. Y'all gotta move. She's beating y'all with TikTok dances.
Or he just doing Renegade.
Right. I ain't doing old school Renegade. Y'all better. Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
pretty place, though. Pretty place, though.
Oh, God. Where's Egwene?
Oh!
Giotto is the ideal way. You saved my life. My water is yours.
When she said my water is yours, it sounded like she pledged her fealty to him in that way.
It is not a lover, Wetlander. Though I would not be opposed.
Hey, we like a confident one. We like a confident one. Best get out the way, man. Best get out the way.
Of two rivers, I will not attack you in a fit of lust. So,
I already like her.
Yeah, she's a keeper, man. Perrin, you better put that ring right there. Give it to her right there, Perrin. She's a keeper. Straight to the point, no BS. Just like, look, bruh, you're attractive. I wouldn't be opposed, but that's not my intention.
Right.
You know, that's not my intention. But if you come this way, I'm gonna be ready for you. I'm gonna show you how we ideal people handle things. Okay, like we don't play in them planes over there, man. Shoot. When you're done, you gonna be saying, "I got no time for that."
Stop! I can't.
Oh lordy!
First, we need to change our clothes.
our clothes, not fancy enough for you.
Those soldiers at the Waygate were looking for us. They would still be looking for us.
Yeah.
Here, follow me.
Girl.
Dang. I don't know. Maybe he might be looking out for them. I don't know.
Maybe.
Looks like I'm not the only one.
I can't.
It's incredibly long.
It's like, hey.
Time of year. Yes.
Cover her tracks.
Did you say I'd brought you back to the...
Hurry.
Covering her tracks. Look, bruh. She got an IQ of 855, bruh.
Right.
Y'all better watch out. She knows.
Can't fool her.
God. I need Moiraine to get her abilities back. She's so vulnerable right now. She can't even fight a Forsaken. I don't think she's strong enough to even do that.
And I don't think you have any idea what you want to do next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Despite all this bluster.
Yeah. Rosamund Pike is really acting well. As you can see the difference between someone who's confident and someone who is feigning confidence.
Exactly.
And she's doing such a good job with that.
And she told me that if something is
Change her shirt at least.
or making you afraid, you ask yourself one simple question. Is it true?
And she can't. He might not need her protection, but he's easily swayed. That's his problem.
Yeah. He needs guidance.
He needs guidance, not necessarily protection.
Yeah. They do kind of look similar, you know.
They do look like family. They do. They definitely do look like family for sure.
Yeah.
And she'll kill you on the way. Oh! He's not supposed to sleep. Shamel? Oh.
How'd you know?
I just have to pass the time here while I'm waiting for someone to get some shut-eye.
Senior Daronen, Yugagio, no Saint Daronen Abaltadni, Hamestreto Ant, Saint Danila Mastrenia.
Ooh, she got a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Or she's just back, I can't tell.
No, it looks like it's cut.
To the few.
The boys couldn't execute a plan even if they were under compulsion.
Name drops.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. And
Oh my God.
soon be more wolf than man.
Gosh.
Jesus, I know.
I hate this so much.
You were brave.
That is true.
Yep. Oh boy. What? God damn.
You, Primal, of the Yellow Aja. And my warder found you just in time. The High Lady Sudol has put out your disc.
So you trying to help me get Leandrin and, you know, throw under the bus real quick?
You need to get them out. What's the gift? Who's the gift? Is it Egwene?
Egwene.
Yeah. What's gonna happen to her? Her arc is gonna be insane. They might actually teach her how to channel properly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or are they trying to use her as a bride of some sort? I don't know.
Hair looking nice though.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big stepping stone for Egwene, bro.
Oh God. And she's being bound to this lady. Dang.
Jeez.
Oh no.
This, I feel like it's gonna be really big for her though.
Anthea agrees that she loved the Dragon Reborn.
Mm.
And that he loved her before he met his wife.
Because she was a dark friend.
Only after he broke her heart. She swore her oaths to the dark to try to get him back.
I don't think everything between us was a lie.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think so either. Part of him is gonna still have feelings for her. It's not gonna.
Yeah. So Rand out here really looking like a pilgrim.
Yeah. You man went to Pilgrim World. Oh shoot! Golly, bro, she was just waiting. She was waiting for him. Oh my God.
That's what she said she was doing.
Hey yo, she just want to see him like that.
Oh, she'll be here looking like a dominatrix.
Right.
Finally.
Yo, I'm gonna keep this PG. I'm gonna just keep. My mind is running places that I don't want to go to.
Not in this video.
Not in this video. I'm gonna keep this PG for the sake of keeping it PG. But y'all know what I'm thinking. She know what I'm thinking. We know what we all think.
It's very obvious.
It's very obvious. All right. Okay. Let's get my timer on. I will try to not make this. We'll try to keep this pretty. I just wrote way too much doggone notes down this episode because it was a juicy episode.
It was very juicy.
It was a juicy episode.
It was very juicy. Lots of tea.
Man,
this is the type of episode that you need just popcorn.
You're right. This is the type of episode I need to watch again.
Yeah.
Look, man, I don't know how book readers are feeling about it, and I'm sorry if you're upset about it, but I'm really liking this season as a show watcher.
Yeah,
I'm really liking this season. I'm not, I feel like because sometimes with books, people can tend to compare too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand all that. I get it. The books are never going to go away.
Yeah.
But I like what I'm seeing. I don't know how much of this is accurate or not, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I feel like, even just going back to season 1, like the consistency and quality and like story and world building has just been super consistent, and it's just been getting better and better. Like
book comparisons aside, like this is a well-produced, well-written, well-acted, very well-composed in score, costume design, everything is just, this is a proper show. This is a well-produced show. And if anybody's review bombing this because the plot isn't similar to the books, I don't think that's fair, because I think it stands on its own as a story. If you think about how the story, like objectively speaking, a story from beginning to end, it is doing well at storytelling.
Yeah.
It is setting up the characters. It's setting up the world. It's giving us clear objectives, but also keeping us like on our toes because we don't know exactly how things are going to play out. They're allowing development for the characters. Each and every single character has a development arc that has been happening since season 1.
And is, still consistently happening and expanding. And
so objectively speaking, on all the things that we would rate a great, well-produced product, this is it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no errors in the acting. There's no errors in the writing either in terms of how the story is being told. It's being told in a way that even people like us who don't know anything about the books can get a grasp of the world to some extent and understand the stories and understand where it's heading. Or at least get an idea and have some questions. So, I mean, if you're review bombing this because because they changed up some major character arcs or whatever, I really don't think that's fair. I think you're missing the point, and you're missing, a great product, and you're being blinded by your love for a particular, story adaptation. And that's not fair.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just not fair for the story. So that being said, again, I'm not seeing any major writing issues. I've never been turned off from this in a way where like, oh man, this story doesn't make sense, or this plot point doesn't make sense, or this particular character's motive doesn't make sense, or whatever. There are it's like, I feel like they have so much that they're trying to adapt in one season, because we have like 3 more episodes left?
Yeah, 3 more.
Right? And we still haven't even got much more information with Matt. What's going to happen with him?
Yeah.
There's so many characters that needs exploration, and they can only really choose, pick and choose how they want to fit all of this into one season.
Yeah, I do also appreciate that though, because that means that they're really trying to, focus on character arcs and not try to rush
everything. Yeah.
So I've always thought that was a good part of Wheel of Time, that, they're really taking their time to develop. Like, we only got the revelation about what Perrin is in this season and what that's meaning. And he's still trying to unwind that a bit more. And like you said, we haven't gotten too much with Matt. And I feel like
he's going to play a bigger role later on.
I mean, Ishamael literally said he's been mine since he was born.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Like, where does that play in?
Can Matt actually use the power of the dark without being influenced by it in that kind of way where he can be manipulated for someone's will?
Exactly.
Because what if he was created, the yin and yang, right? Like, what if you are the dark, but you're not the dark? Like, you have your own motives, you're in control of yourself. You're not a tool to be used by the dark. You can use the dark yourself.
Yeah.
You can either choose to use the dark for good or for bad. I don't know. Think about it like if you look at the lore for the Dark Knight in Final Fantasy 14, for example. the storyline, you have this inner darkness within inside of you, and it's inherently a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you look, it's a tank class in the MMO Final Fantasy 14, or on the polar opposite end of that, you have the polar opposite of that is that you have the paladin, who is all about holiness and being the goody two shoes, the Boy Scout, that's the paladin, where the Dark Knight is the complete opposite of that. But you can use your darkness for the greater good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's going to kind of be like Matt's place in all of this, where he can learn how to use the forces of the dark,
mm-hmm.
And decide what he wants to do with it.
Yeah, and obviously, Leandrin was setting up Min to take Matt to Ishamel.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if has him yet, or he's about to have him, and what role that is going to play in all of this. And like we were saying in the last season, even every single one of them has a role to play in this.
Yeah, even though they're all not parts of the dragon.
Yeah,
Rand is the dragon.
Yeah, but it's,
by the way, us
like
saying,
a web.
Yeah, like us saying that because I remember someone commenting this when I said that, how they're all parts of the dragon, like they're all combined to be the dragon or whatever. The show, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't think the show made it clear that Rand is a dragon. No, they made it very clear that Rand is a dragon.
Yeah, it
doesn't stop me from theorizing though. Like, as a show watcher, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No idea what.
Exactly right, I don't know if they're gonna just switch it up and be like, hey guys, guess what? They all are part of the dragon.
Yeah,
and their powers are split up.
Yeah,
it may be against what they do in the book, but you don't know what they're gonna do in the show.
Yeah,
you don't know what creative liberties they're gonna take.
Yeah. Either way, Rand is a dragon.
Yes.
But they all have
a role
to play in this. It's like a star.
Yeah.
Every person has a different point.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah.
They all make up one big star. That's nice. All right. So I wrote down a lot of notes. Let's see how much we can get through. God, time is not my friend today.
No, it's really not.
The days when you want the clock to just slow down.
Yeah. It's damn wheel, man.
Yeah. All right. High Lord Turok. Let's start there.
I will say, to go back to our trailer reaction, I did say that he was going to be higher up and not just like a general.
You did say that.
Because he felt like,
He had a high presence. No.
Yeah.
You did say that.
I did kind of.
You did kind of call it. Mm-hmm.
That was going to be what it was. I didn't think that he was going to be higher up than Suroth.
Yeah.
But either way,
you thought that they would be on the same equal plane.
Well, I thought he was going to be like a step below her.
I see.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was. I thought she was it.
Yeah.
The way they set her up and her presence, I thought he was de facto. Leader.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So.
But I wrote things about him later on that I want to touch on, but just now, the presence, I personally feel like those are actually grown fingernails.
It very well could be, and then the ring is just
the ring is just an accessory,
or stabilization maybe.
Could be for stabilization. Could just be
those nails just cut really easily though. So that's why I was like, I don't know if they're real or not.
Well, I mean, our nails get clipped by nail clippers that is less sharper than a fully sharpened blade.
It's from both sides though.
Yeah, but you're forgetting.
But they're also like nails. If you bend them, they just bend. They don't.
But my love, you're forgetting this is a very sharp blade. And
I don't know how I've never cut my fingernails with a blade.
Well, I'll explain. Think about it this way. In our samurai arts that obviously we train, a lot of people don't know, but like my father and I train in a samurai samurai clan essentially. And in Kenjutsu, whenever so I want to really explain the extra details about this, but y'all might know it as like Thomas Shigiri or something like that. You guys may know it like that by name. Where there's bamboos of varying different sizes and depth and shape. And in Tamashigiri, one of the tests you can do is you have to be able to cut through the bamboo, which is as thick as bones sometimes.
Well, I'm aware of that, but I'm like with the like texture and what nails are made of, I don't know if it would work like that.
Of course it would, because
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Because look, the nails are strong. Nails are strong, right? But bamboos are stronger. And if a sword can cut through a body, because think about it, like if you were to take like a big hunks of meat with bone.
Yeah.
And these swords, these samurai swords, and most swords anyway, if it's sharpened properly, can straight up cut through a body. So no, I'm saying it can cut through a body.
I just don't know if that's how it will work.
No, the right swordsman and the right sword can cut through that, no problem.
Okay.
Like no problem at all. So and this is not so much to explain to you, but this is just to explain to others as well about how that really works, because a sharp blade is very believable. A sharp blade like that, because I've seen it, people I've trained with can do this, no problem.
Do what exactly?
Can cut through,
very clear.
Can cut through bamboo of varying sizes, from very thin bamboo to very thicker bamboo, and even lines of bamboo.
Yeah, to be clear, because you were just talking about bodies.
No,
right. Go.
It could be like 4 or 5 pieces of bamboo, and the right swordsman. Because I even saw this too. Not to drag too much on that point, but just for comparison, there was a thing that we were studying too when we were training about. There was a test. You can find a video on YouTube where these students were all doing their tamashigiri. They're doing their kenjutsu cuts, and the sword was a dull sword, and most of them couldn't cut through the bamboo. And the sensei came up with the same exact sword, cut through it. So, the right swordsman and the right sword can do it, basically. So I think that's believable.
Okay.
I think it's unclear whether it actually is like a nail, or if it's
just an accessory.
Yeah, or if it's like an accessory they just kind of slap on.
So I'm not sure.
Because you can just take it off, but I guess it's more symbolic if you cut it.
Yeah, because I feel like it was also just like a symbol of like power.
Power, yeah.
So that's
it's definitely
why
a symbol of power.
Not sure if it was like a real nail or not.
That's fair, but I also feel like the way how, just based on what we're seeing so far about them, and I'm really interested in their lore and everything. They seem like I'm really interested in their whole vibe.
Yeah.
I think that what I'm thinking, just what I'm seeing, is that it seems as though every position in this culture is planned from birth.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a similar thing in Krypton with Superman. You got your job, like they kind of showed this in Man of Steel with the Codex, right? Everyone on that planet got their job and their skill from when they were born. It was assigned to them.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. So, and based on what they were saying in this episode about the other girls that can channel, every single person is born, bred, and trained for their position.
Mm-hmm.
So those nails would take forever to grow in reality, because we have seen people with those kinds of nails before, like with that kind of length. It's not, and it flows out in this kind of curly shape.
I've never seen them that long that they didn't curl up though.
I've seen their nails kind of curled a little. It had more of like it was more of like a hoop. It was more like a dish kind of shape. It wasn't like super, super curly.
Yeah.
But it kind of came out like so, and it kind of drooped a little. It wasn't perfectly straight.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And his one was kind of curlier too.
I guess.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. I think it's an actual nail.
Yeah.
But this is gonna turn to the ring conversation again. If we go back and like look and try to analyze if it's an actual nail. I was paying attention to it after the fact too, when Instrumental was holding her hand. I was trying to look at it and it looked like a nail that just had an accessory on it. But I feel like, that she was born and bred for this role specifically and was trained to do her specific job. Mm-hmm. And the nails had to grow out over time until she was ready. So cutting it off is like a big
Yeah, no, I do get that.
Cutting it off is like a big like stab in the back.
No,
I got a back pain right there. But it's like a big stab in the back. That's just like where she was just like sensitive about it, and she was like hurt, and like should have got her rank stripped from her.
Yeah,
and maybe she'll get it back over time, however long it takes her to grow it back. I don't know.
Yeah.
But High Lord Turok, I wanted to talk about to move on from him, but I just want to address it. I really love his character design. I love his outfit.
Yeah,
his
half of these characters look like
amazing.
Out of, like, a Dune universe.
Yeah, they look like a Dune universe, kind of like a space kind of thing. Like, yeah, they look so good, man. Like everything looks good. Nothing's cheaply made.
No, there's
Bezos was putting that money in this. Bezos is putting that money in this costume design at least.
Even
Rings of Power look really great too.
Yeah, no, even some like the background characters that you don't like see as closely, like. You can I was looking at their designs, like they had
everybody is whoever was the lead for costume design here did an amazing job with that budget, because all the prosthetics, all of the intricate work. I was looking at the line work on some of the outfits. His entire like thing, it looked like the leather was like nicely handmade. Yeah, I could see some parts of these outfits that were 3D printed. I could tell, because I do have some background in I do have some small background, but in cosplay building, and I built a couple of things from EVA foam and some other products. So I had to look into. I was at that time I was really looking into like researching all the different ways of making certain things, and everything from 3D printed products, which I have some friends as well at the time that also made things with 3D printed products that they made and designed of their own selves. And so I've worked with really talented people and spoke to really talented people. And so I have an eye. Basically, I'm trying to say I have an eye for some of the 3D printed products that they're using. I could tell what was 3D printed and what wasn't. Like some of the armor plates on like that chest, the shoulder piece on the white cloaks. Yeah, looks 3D printed.
It does, yeah.
And some of the other parts that I've seen looks pretty 3D printed. Some of the soldiers' uniforms look 3D printed. There's some like EVA foam that's being used in some parts too. I think I'm not sure, but the Turok's armor, his royal garb looks either like leather or EVA foam. It could be cosplay foam or leather or some type of foam based product that you can use a heat gun to shape properly. Yeah. If I was making it, I would probably use an EVA for that. And I would shape it with the EVA and have it be put in place, and then put the acrylic and everything over it and paint it, make it look nice. That's how I would go about it. But it wouldn't shock me if it's actual leather that they sewn properly and dyed with the right type of dye, which would be really insane to get the leather to dye that color. Either way, the point is I'm looking at all these little intricate details in the outfits, and everything just looks amazing. Yeah. Even looking at the Aja's robes, and how, even looking at Moraine's regal outfit from the last episode. Yeah. Amazing work on the costume design.
Nothing cheap.
Oh man, I'm so in love with this costume design, because here's the thing, y'all. I'm trying not to go so long. I'm just loving everything about this. I really appreciate the behind the scenes work that gets put into these things, because costume design is often overlooked. And it's arguably the most important part for immersion.
Yeah. Can't have something based in the 1920s, but looking like you're wearing something from 2020.
Yep. It's very important for immersion. You need to have the right costume design. You need to have the right outfits, the right set design, all the right hair and makeup. All of those things are essential for a show. Yeah. And if you don't get it right, like I always say this, Downton Abbey in the first couple of seasons had the best for Regency era, and as the times went on, the hair and makeup was always on point. The outfits were always on point. They always made sure that as every decade happened on the show, they would change the clothing appropriately to match that time period, and they did a great job with it. I can go on and on about costume design, but those are things that I focus on, all those little things all the time, and the way how the Shanshan look, their hair design, even the little details with their eye makeup and their face paint, and even looking at I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna go back, but High Lord Turok, if you pay attention to his face, the markings on his face, it reminds me very similar to certain African Fulani tribes and certain tribes where they would have body markings on their face. And it would be a symbol of leadership, and depending on what tribe you were in and what clan you were part of.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems to have like inspiration from
that for sure. Yeah, and some of the markings on the face look like certain First Nation markings that I've seen and studied as well. So they definitely took a lot of cultural inspiration from all over the world and kind of blended it in because Matthew V. Haynes, you are rambling about something. We're gonna move on, y'all, because I can talk about this. I really can honestly talk about this for another 20 minutes, so we'll move on.
Well, we'll save that for another thing. We'll save that for another thing.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk about Suroth design too. She's on the next thing to talk about that I wrote down. Lady Suroth, I just want to talk about her character design as well.
Well, we kind of already touched on her.
I kind of touched on her a little bit, but again,
well, we've touched on her previously too.
I love her hair, how they design her hair, with the baldness and the makeup, and just she looks the part. Like she just chef's kiss. Everything just looks really beautiful. And just to even talk about the character design again, looking at Lanfear and how they immediately changed her wardrobe and her vibe. The all black hair, I'm a sucker for it. And the all black costumes and everything with little silver linings on it. Like, oh my God, dude, that was freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's just an immediate change. And even an attitude and just everything.
We were talking about this last night with her actress, that they chose the right person to play. She's sexy, she's scary, she's intimidating, she's confident, she's like terrifying, like all of these
she's
like
everything.
She's everything. They chose the right person.
Yeah, she plays it so well.
She's seductive. She is she can lure people. She's manipulative. Like they chose the right person who can embody a type of person that fits all of those things. And they chose a really great person for her.
No, absolutely.
She embodies all of those things.
Absolutely.
Like when we were rewatching the episode last night, we were like, man, just look at how she looks at Rand. She's able to subdue him with her eyes.
Yeah.
And the way how she like commands his attention and commands his presence.
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, man, they chose the right person to convey those emotions. She does a really good job with Lanfear.
Casting is one thing in here that's
goated,
top notch.
So goated, bro. So
even
goated.
Just to move a little forward with what was her name?
Well, I wrote down some things, but who are we speaking of? Well, you're talking about
the IO girl.
Avinda?
Yeah, Avienda.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
I think I wrote down her name. We'll get to her. But before we get to her, because it's on my list, let me see if anything we can just knock out the way real quick. I wrote down Lanfear chasing. We don't have to really talk too much about that.
Yeah.
I did want to note that Ishamel is playing a lot of politics. He's really playing the long game with this.
Absolutely.
Because he knows that he can just kill all of them if he wanted to. But what's the point? How are you going to get...
How is he going to destroy the entire world by himself?
Exactly.
He needs people to like help him. He needs, like Suroth was saying, you need my army. So it's more than just him. He has to play politics. He has to get people on his side so that he can then break everything. Exactly. And he's being very specific about who he is awakening. Like the whole conversation with him and
we'll get to that. That's on the list. But that's just the politics conversation out the way. We can briefly talk about this, but Elias mentioned that parents' eyes will eventually become permanent. In that way. That's a nice hint, because even Ishamel talked about it later on in the episode about he's going to be more wolf than man. Yeah. He's slowly embracing, now that he knows what he is, he's slowly embracing that.
He's able to go into that like much quicker now. Like as soon as danger was there, and we'll talk about that a little more later. Yeah. But as soon as danger's around, it's like, all right, spring into action. Like eyes go. So, yeah.
Man, they're all gonna be talking about. It's so good that I have to talk about it. But again, costume design, his ring.
Yeah,
I've been looking at his ring ever since when we first saw him. I don't know if it was episode 1, episode 2. But even the White Cloak pointing out his ring,
Mm-hmm.
The design on it, the intricacy.
Yeah.
Man, it's so appreciative.
Yeah, they do a great job.
It's like in Dune, where I don't know if you remember that scene where Rebecca Ferguson's character was like kind of like sitting behind a rock.
So specific. She's sitting behind a rock.
She was sitting in front of a rock with her eyes like super blue, and it was a bunch of like scribbles on the back of the wall.
Vaguely. Anyways,
that scene, the writing on that was something that's actually written. Like you can actually go and read it. And I forgot exactly what other show or movie did this. A lot of shows and movies did this where I think Zack Snyder actually did this in a way too, where the writing was actually like was saying something. Like they actually created a language like to be translated and say stuff. Like it actually writing like, you know, so I'm not saying that they did this here, but like there's like little markings and things like that like are very purposeful. I forgot what was it, Game of Thrones or what franchise was it where the language you can actually learn it and read it? There's a written language for it. Was it Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones?
I feel like it's Game of Thrones.
Valerian?
Valerian. I feel like it might just be. You can learn Valerian. You can learn Valerian, but I'm trying to remember if it was something else. Anyways, we'll move on from that. And speaking of Avienda, because I wrote it down later, but we can kind of bring it in one thing.
Yeah.
What did you think about her introduction?
I really like her character so far.
Yeah, I like her.
I think she's really interesting.
Yeah, I like her.
We have like, you know, another Ioman.
Yeah.
So
I feel like she's looking for Rand.
I feel like she's looking for Rand.
The chief of chiefs.
Yeah, it would make sense.
And they mentioned it first episode or second episode when we saw Rand.
Yeah.
That they kept mentioning his Ioman blood.
Yeah, so I feel like she is looking for him, which, you know, everything would work out.
Everything is coming towards.
Everything's coming together.
Towards Rand.
No, I really like her character though. I think she's very witty, and obviously, like, she's a good fighter and stuff. That's just
we don't talk about because that laugh she gave when Perrin was. I love her, man. I already love her actor. She already she's
very charming.
Yeah, that laugh was so genuine.
Yeah.
It was like, boy, if you don't get your own question.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, does he know? Like, like, does he know? He doesn't know.
And it was just so cute. Perrin's like, all right, no, just say my mouth.
Stay back again. She was like he's like
boy,
boy,
just watch. Just wait a minute.
I think that made her like him more though, because it shows that I feel like they're gonna be a thing. They should be a thing, but I'm calling it. Okay? They need to be a thing, because I think it was just like, okay, he's cute. It was just kind of like she already could tell the kind of person he is by the fact that she knows that he doesn't know as much about Aiel people. And everyone has this reputation about Aiel people that they're these monsters that are this. And we even saw in season 1 that they hung one of the guys out in front of that village that Rand and Matt went to. And, you know, it was just this stereotype about Aiel people that they just, I mean, yes, we know they're great fighters, but they have some humanity too.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, the fact that everyone sees the hair and sees her and immediately is like, oh yeah, she's an Aielman.
We gotta lock her up.
We gotta lock her up. We don't trust her. But here's Perrin. Here, I'm gonna free you. No fear towards her at all. Genuinely trying to help her out.
It's like you are a living human being. You know, I'm going to help you, because that's just how Perrin is.
That's Perrin. He's a big bear sweetheart.
He's a very sweet boy.
He's a sweet boy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have, you know, he's not thinking about, he's putting himself first. So the laugh, I think, is a couple of things. One, like, this boy's ignorant in a cute way.
Yeah.
Like, he really doesn't know what we are capable of.
Yeah.
Or like, this guy really think he can like protect me. It's so funny that he thinks that he can protect me.
And even when he was like, oh, it's like the wasteland or whatever, like, I feel like she could tell that he wasn't trying to be disrespectful or, you know, she was genuinely informing him like, oh, that's just what you call it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not what we call it.
She already read him up to be a good person.
Yeah.
So she already was able to tell. She's like, okay, this guy's cute. I like him. Yeah. That's what that laugh was. It was just like, this is so funny. This guy is so cute. He doesn't realize how charming he is. Like, he's such a little puppy. Like, that's what that laugh was. So that laugh meant a lot. to the character. So I paid attention to it because it stuck with me. It says a lot about the character too.
Yeah.
So, and when she said my water is yours, it was like, I didn't know exactly what it meant, but I could tell that it just means that like, okay, like I'm offering my fealty to you. Like you have my respect, you have my honor, or you have my following, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
like,
whatever it is.
Like I'm gonna follow you. Like you saved my life. I owe you.
Yeah.
I got you, Holmes. Like that's basically what it meant. And to touch on it in the conversation later, and I like how respectful Perrin was, because obviously she's an attractive woman. At least by my standards. At least by my standards, okay. So she's an attractive woman, and Perrin obviously sees this, but he's not the person that's gonna like try to immediately go to that kind of jump on her in that kind of way. That's not him.
Yeah.
He sees it, so it's awkward when she says my water is yours, and he's like, hey, look. we just met.
That kind of life.
I don't know about all that. I mean, you cute, but like I ain't really. We just met. That's the kind of I'm still trying to get over my wife. Like I ain't got time for it. And then she obviously, again, seeing how naive he is, laughs it off as it's like, okay, no, that's not what I mean. But
don't
also,
worry, I'm not gonna jump on you.
Right, I'm not gonna jump on you. But she's like, I'm not opposed to though.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think she's very charming.
Yeah,
I feel like she's very like lively.
Yeah.
I feel like she has a very like sweet energy.
Yeah, exactly. But don't mess with her though.
Exactly. But if
she'll F you up.
There's mutual respects between you.
Absolutely.
Like she's going to like, let that side show.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I feel like how do I talk about this? Man, we're all adults here. I feel like in a sexual sense, I feel like how do I talk about this?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
It's nothing crazy. I feel like she would be the one to kind of take charge, but because of respect, she wouldn't mind if Perrin was a little hands-on.
And we're moving on.
No, but do you agree though? I feel like the chemistry on that kind of level,
I feel like
in a romantic way, without getting too specific, okay?
Kind of like, I'll show you the ropes kind of thing.
Yeah, like, I could take some charge, but like, homie, and we don't play. Like, you can go ahead, do what you gotta do. So I feel like I'm bringing it up because obviously I feel like they remind me of like Viking culture, where at least how Vikings are portrayed on TV. If you read some of the books about Vikings, you'll understand. But I feel like with Viking culture, very good fighters, but the women were very much like that, where they were strong fighters, and at least how they're portrayed on TV and in fiction. And if you're reading some books about shield maidens, they kind of like this too. But the point I'm trying to make is that they were very confident, very when it comes to sexual situations, they were very dominant in a way. They were very aggressive, but they were also like, look, man, if you're strong enough to deal with me, go ahead.
Yeah.
Kind of attitude. So her attitude is kind of reminding me
I understand what you
of like Lagertha in Vikings or some other type of shield maiden and some other type of thing. So, but anyway, point is to kind of bring it back to more thing level.
PG
level. I think we're being PG, okay? We haven't gotten into specifics.
I'd say PG-13.
PG-13.
I think that's more accurate.
PG-13. But under different circumstances, it'll be more vivid conversation. But the point is, I like their chemistry so far. I think she's going to give Perrin a run for his money.
Yeah, definitely.
She's going to definitely challenge him in many ways.
I feel like she's already made an impact in just very little screen time.
Very little screen time. Oh, yeah. Very little screen time. She's already very memorable. Here we are talking about her for about 20 minutes or 15 minutes, rather.
She's very memorable.
She's very memorable. She had a great introduction.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm looking forward to seeing more of her and Perrin grow
Definitely.
together on the show.
Definitely. I feel like, he's going to be seeing that she can fight, but I feel like that's also going to, like, his protective nature is going to bring out more of, his wolfness.
His wolfness.
So
look how close he is to Hop. Hop chose him.
Yeah.
Hopper chose him, so that's already that. He was already chosen by the boy.
Yeah.
Because Elias said he likes you, so he already be like, yeah, man, this is my human.
This is my dog.
This is my human.
Yeah.
Hopper, this is my human. I'm gonna claim this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Elias, this is mine. This is my human.
Yeah.
So he already claimed Perrin, and look for, like, we're gonna see more of their adventures together.
Yeah. Perrin's story this season is a really interesting one.
For the Perrin part. I could just take a show about Perrin alone.
Look, I love the show, but like every time I come to see, like every time Perrin's like coming on screen,
I get excited. Yeah, I get excited because I like that kind of stuff. I like right now, like Baldur's Gate, obviously popular game for you fantasy lovers out there. D&D game for y'all fantasy lovers. But even in Diablo, I've always been intrigued by a druid kind of like animal-human bond. I've always been intrigued by it. Yeah. I've always liked seeing that type of magic, if you want to call it, because I feel like it's very unique. Having this. That's why I really liked Kiba in Naruto, and I liked his clan. I thought that his clan was super interesting because of their connection with the dogs, and they have their own everything like that. So I've always liked that type of stuff. So whenever I see him with the connection with the wolves and everything, that's kind of cool to me. And even the dog, the dog being able to talk to him and communicate with him in a way. I've always liked that. So I'm gravitating towards Perrin a lot. I'm really liking the story, and he's up there for like my favorite characters. For sure. I like them all in their own ways. I like Matt's cheekiness because he can be really cheeky when he wants to be.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just waiting for like
them to really develop him. Yeah.
I feel like it's been a slow crawl for him, but that's very intentional, I feel.
Yes, I feel like it's super intentional. I feel like Matt's role is going to be very deep.
Yeah, I feel like last season, all of his stuff is really leading up to whatever Ishamael's plan with him is. So I'm just kind of waiting to see that, and I feel like that's where his development is really going to start.
Yeah, absolutely. To move on from that, I'm just trying to see what we can skip, what we can keep. Skip that. Child is back.
Yeah.
And the White Cloaks just being enemies of progress.
Yeah.
I said this in the trailer reaction. They're literally just being an enemy of progress. Like they have like dude, really, y'all just coming out of here out of nowhere. Y'all just slowing down the vibes, bro. We don't got time for y'all religious nonsense.
Yeah.
Like I respect everybody's religion, but y'all just keep that nonsense out the way. Just stay out the way, please.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that Child is afraid of wolves now.
Yeah. He's afraid of wolves, especially after what happened. So he said, "Don't worry, there's no wolves." Okay.
Yeah, literally.
Thanks a lot. But I feel like that other White Cloak is going to come into play. The one that Perrin left alive.
Because they did leave him alive, whether it be for good or for bad.
And we also know, though, that he's going to have a problem with Child because, he was already trying to say, hey, man, like your days are numbered, basically. Like your name is the only thing keeping you around here.
Yeah. So.
He gave Avinda, or Avianda, whatever how you pronounce it. We'll learn how to pronounce it. But he gave her water. Whereas Child would have kept her dead.
Yeah.
Or try to kill her.
Exactly.
Or torture her.
Yeah.
And, more torture than being in a cage.
He has a kinder heart. Obviously not, like, fully.
But you know what, though? Sorry to say. I feel like most of the White Cloaks so far are fairly reasonable. I think the problem is really
Falda.
The questioners.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say this, we know that they don't like women who can channel. That's kind of like a thing. but I feel like the questioners are more serious about it. Because if you look at the first season where the one White Cloak stopped Moiraine,
yeah, they were just gonna
they were just gonna let them go.
Yeah,
like they asked them questions, but they were like, all right, well, we're going. Whereas the questioners are like, no, we serve the true purpose of why we're here. You guys are just soldiers.
Yeah,
you know, we are the interrogation unit.
Yeah,
you know,
I think for the most part they're just trying to like, you know, keep the peace in
their own way.
Yeah, in their way,
in their own weird twisted way,
whether it's correct or not.
Yes, I think that the White Cloaks in general are trying to keep the peace and they're just soldiers, but the questioners are the ones that are more problematic. They have more of a motive.
Yeah,
they have more of, I could be wrong, maybe all the White Cloaks just suck, but
the ones that we've come across, like, obviously they're not good.
Yeah,
like, people don't like them.
They're problematic.
They're very problematic, but there are worse ones within their ranks.
Yeah,
and the questioners are definitely worse than, you know, some of the other people.
Yeah, because even the guy that was in the village there was like, look, the Shanshin came, we took their oath, and they kind of just left us alone.
Yeah.
But these White Cloaks stayed mad extra for no reason. They want us to do X, Y, Z.
We were better before.
Yeah, we were better before. It was like the lesser two evils, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying though the White Cloaks are perfect, but it seems like some are more amenable than others.
Yeah.
Some are more understanding than others.
Right.
Some are more likely to be negotiated with than others.
Exactly.
So, you know, the other guy, he seemed to be kind. He's like, look, you're not an enemy. Excuse me, you're not dangerous.
I mean, yeah, he just invited Perrin in straight.
Yeah, he was like, look, man, you can stay here for the night. We got a curfew.
Yeah.
You can leave in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a problem.
Right. Without really even like interrogating him or anything, like, oh, who are you?
And he's a trained soldier. I feel like he can tell the difference between somebody who
he was being very observant.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Notice his ring. Notice where he was from. Notice his outfit. Everything.
Yeah.
Like he could tell that Perrin was strong.
It wasn't necessarily a threat.
But wasn't a threat in that moment.
Yeah.
You could probably tell because he even saw him trying to break the guy out of the cage. So you can probably tell that he wasn't going to try to harm him. You can tell from someone's body language, and that guy is a trained guy. Yeah. He understands. He's a soldier that understands body language, understands to know whether it's worth the fight or not. He knows the Aiel are a threat. Yeah. He said it took them half the team to even subdue her, and another half to even try to get her in a cage.
Yeah.
So he knows that she's not the most easiest person to take on, so he's going to use full force.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and
you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Yeah,
especially for the Aiel's like reputation.
Yeah, and I would say, all things considered about the White Cloaks, I don't mind that character. Just from the little we've seen of him, I feel he is more understanding. Like I said,
he's a little more reasonable.
Reasonable to an extent.
Yeah, to an extent. You know, he was giving her water.
And he's like, yeah, you want to question her, but she needs to be alive for it.
Yeah,
she needs water.
Exactly.
Like, you're gonna kill her? Like, how are you gonna get to how? What's the logic in that, Child Valda?
And the fact that Child Valda is so against him, it kind of makes me feel like this could be, you know, good for Perrin to like, you know, maybe down the line something, but they'll have another interaction and.
But see, I like respect like that though, because I even came across that in Starfield recently when I was playing, where I had to, without getting specifics for those who can be playing the game, I had to go rescue somebody. He was captured by space pirates, and I went into the room, and the guy that was captured wasn't even in chains, and he was just talking to the guys. Like, they were just chilling, bro. His hand was back. He was kicked back.
Oh my god!
And they were chilling. And then as you got to talk, and I had already cleared out the whole base, so I had shot half the people up. Yeah. And then I walked up in there, and then
dude just chilling.
Dude was just chilling with the leaders, just talking. And then as you got to talking, you find out that they had a lot in common, and the guy wasn't, And at the end of it, it was just like, look, I know y'all came to rescue him, but like, I can't just let him go like that, Like, he's cool and everything. Like, are you willing to take ransom money? Like, are you willing to give me money for him? And then they were able to work something out or whatever. And the reason I bring that up is because I like when people of opposite ends have mutual respect. Like, there's a line that you don't cross. Like, they're enemies. They're not buddies.
Yeah.
They like things about each other in the game in Starfield, but they were able to come to an arrangement. Now, bringing it back to Wheel of Time, we saw that exchange in respect in that moment. He had no hesitation in taking out the other guys. But when it came to this dude, Perrin was like, look, no, let's be fair. He gave me a place to sleep. He gave you water. Let him be. Let's go.
Yeah.
He let you live.
The other people, they're just attacking.
They're just attacking.
Casualties, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
and it's that mutual kind of respect that I like to see.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean we got to be best friends.
Perrin is that kind of character, though.
Yeah.
You know? He's very, thought out, and he is the type of person that if you show him respect, he's going to treat you with that same respect.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you're coming at him, that's one thing, but, he's going to remember what you did for him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why another reason I just love Perrin as a character.
Yeah.
Because he is naive. He's almost like Naruto in a way.
He's like Naruto, yeah. Big energy. He just wants to bust through the wall and save everyone.
Yeah.
But it may not be the smartest thing to do.
Even if, your enemies are on opposite ends.
Yep.
If you've done something for him, he's going to remember it.
He's going to remember it. Yeah. So. Moving forward.
I know there's so much.
Trying to cut a bunch of stuff up. Right after that, shortly, we got confirmation about Liandrin being a Black Aja. Now, I knew about the Black Aja things, unfortunately, due to a spoiler.
Yeah.
A couple weeks back. But as y'all rightfully said in the last video, don't Google anything. So I've not been doing that. Even some of you have offered to send me names of certain characters and stuff without context.
Yeah.
And spoilers. So I appreciate that. But yeah, the Black Aja. We got confirmation for the Browns.
Yes.
That the Black Aja exist. And I wrote this down on the list, but I'll bring it up now. I wrote that Varen said I ain't playing, bro.
No. No, she is freaking not.
She ain't playing, man. She not out here to play with these fools. I love Varen Sedai.
I love her character so much.
I honestly, if men were allowed to join the Aes Sedai, in this day and age, because men could channel and be allowed to do so back then, but if men could channel or be allowed to channel and join the Aes Sedai now, and
you would be a brown.
I would probably be a brown.
Yeah, you're very scholarly.
Yeah, I'd be a brown or I'd be a blue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the art of persuasion. I'm very good at persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use it for bad means. Like, for example, if I know that my wife could make a video, or if I know that my wife wants to do something in her life that she wants to do deep down, but she's pushing it off and whatever, I would use my art of persuasion to encourage her to follow her heart.
Yeah.
That's how I use my persuasion. I would never use it to manipulate people.
Or just to try to get me to watch a show that...
I have used the art of persuasion on her
many times
to convince her to watch a show.
Yeah.
Case in point, for example, a show like getting her to watch Naruto.
Yeah.
Or some other animes that she loves now.
Yeah.
Or even Star Wars, and she didn't want to watch it. I had to make sometimes my wife, y'all. I had to make deals with my wife. I had to make business agreements.
Yeah.
Even to watch Bumblebee recently, a business agreement that I will uphold my end of the bargain, which was I would watch The Exorcist, which I did not want to watch because I don't like that stuff. But I would watch The Exorcist if she watched Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And that's the deal. So that's how I would use it. So I would either be a blue. Because I'm good at persuasion.
Well, blues like to travel too, don't they?
I like to travel.
Yeah.
I like to see new things.
Yeah.
But blues are like spies almost.
Yeah.
They're good at getting information.
Yeah.
They're good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
They're very, at least from what we've seen in the show.
Yeah.
They're very in the shadows, if you will.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of good up that vein. I like investigative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be...
You would just be a blown.
A blown. But I also like learning about things. I also like reading certain things. So here's the thing about me. I like reading, but I don't like being forced to read. So
you do a lot of your own research just because you're genuinely curious.
Yeah. Like
if you could literally go down a whole rabbit hole because you thought in your sleep, can sharks fart? And he would go down a whole rabbit hole for like 2 days just reading about if sharks can fart and the science behind it.
And if they could, how and why and when, under what circumstance would cause them to fart.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's what I feel like I would be Brown. I feel like I'd be Brown. I like to learn things. I like to read things that I'm interested in. So if I'm interested in a topic, like this is why I was never really good in school in certain areas. I'm a weird scholar. I don't like to be told to read something.
Yeah.
I like to choose it of my own. So if I'm in school, if they push a bunch of books down my throat and, you need to learn X, Y, Z. No, I don't want to learn it. Don't tell me what to learn. I'm going to learn what I want to learn when I want to learn it.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like I'd be, if I was in the Browns, I'd be rebellious. I'd be like, you're not going to force me to read this. I'm going to read it myself. Tell me what to do. I'm going to choose my own subject. I would most likely create my own major too. That's probably what I would do. If I was going for a PhD or something, I'd create my own joint. Well, you got to do it anyway for your dissertation. You have to do something original for your dissertation anyways. But point is, I would be on that kind of plane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not your goody two shoes academic.
No, you're not.
Like my younger cousin, I know I'm rambling now, but I feel like it's an interesting topic, but and I'll cut it down. I already see some things to cut.
Yeah.
My cousin, she's like a goody two shoes, like an academic.
Mm-hmm.
She's very brilliant. She's smart, and she's like, if you give her a bunch of books to read, like as an assignment, she'll read them all. She'll learn it.
Like
and
she
everything.
does math for fun.
She does math for fun.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm not that kind of academic.
Yeah.
I am the free range academic. I like to learn from as many people all over the world in many different ways. I like to be on the ground. I like to go out there, and if I see, I don't know, I'm like this in Quest 2. If I'm playing a game that allows you to explore, I'll see something. I'll be like, why is that tree looking like that? That tree looking mad weird. Yeah. And I would just go up to the tree and
have a whole other 10 side
quests because the tree was looking weird. That's the kind of person I am. So anyways, I don't know what Aja I would fit into based on my personality, but I feel like I'd lean Brown because they would have access to a bunch of books and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll join, but can I read what I want to read though?
I'll be a red.
You be a red?
No.
What would you be? Out of curiosity.
I don't even know, man.
I feel like we just robbed ourselves of a content right here of a video. If you could choose an Aja based on the Aja we've seen so far, what would you do?
Might be a green.
Might be a green. Green are what? Are they like good fighters? Is that their thing? No, the yellows are healers.
The yellows are okay. Then I'd have to be a yellow.
I think the yellows are healers. The greens aren't healers.
I have a lot of medical knowledge, like random medical knowledge.
That she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, and I like helping people.
That she does too.
So I feel like I would fit into the yellows then.
What would my sister be?
Oh gosh.
She might be a green.
She might be a green.
She's confident. Greens are confident.
Yeah.
I don't see her being a red.
No, she doesn't hate men.
She doesn't hate men. She's not aggressive like that.
No.
She couldn't be a blue for her life.
No.
My sister's bad with keeping her mouth shut.
I love you, but you could not be.
She cannot be a blue. She's not good at keeping her mouth shut at all.
No.
Like all I gotta do is stare at her the wrong way, and she gonna start breaking out laughing. Like,
or she gonna act like you got a problem with her or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what other Aja. Was there some other Aja we never learned about yet?
I'm sure there is.
I'm liking
probably
the brown
know there
stuff.
could be an orange or
yeah, it could be.
A pink.
That would definitely be a brown because I'm Ravenclaw, and they're very similar to Ravenclaws.
Yeah. Like
Ravenclaws are all about learning and wisdom, and I pride myself in being somewhat wise. I'm not fully there, but
somewhat.
I'm somewhat wise. I'm working on it. That's what I should say. Yeah, you know what? I hate because a lot of people have told me I'm wise. I don't like to say I'm wise.
A wise person never says they're wise.
Yeah, I like to say I'm working on it.
Yeah.
If I had to give myself an estimation for wisdom, I'd maybe say I'm maybe a little bit wiser than most, but I'm not.
I am 75% wise.
I don't even want to put a number on it. I don't think I can because again, guys, I don't.
It's a joke, man.
I know, but I'm just thinking about it. Like, I don't think I because rightfully, like you said, like wise people don't say they're wise.
Yeah.
I know I'm not perfect, and I have a lot to learn, but I do think I've learned a lot. that made me wiser. Okay, here it is. I'm wiser than I was when I was younger.
Sound like the start of a rap song.
I think that's the right way to say it. I think I can only compare myself to myself. So I wasn't as wise 10 years ago, but I'm wiser than I was 10 years ago.
Learn, but I've learned a lot.
I got a lot to learn, but I learned a lot. Swinging through the city, swinging through your block. Move around the town, I don't carry no Glock. Okay. I don't do that stuff. All right, let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. We're already surpassed an hour, or about to be past an hour.
Yeah.
We already touched on the Seraph design. I won't get on that. Did you want to talk about the dream world that Lanfear?
She is Freddy Krueger. Moving on.
She's Freddy Krueger and she's Dream of the Endless from Sandman.
Yes.
Black Aja, we already talked about that. Something I noticed, and I might be late on this, but is the owl part of their last name just a Two Rivers thing? Because I noticed that there's Randall Thor, Nynaeve Almira.
Yeah.
Or is it Egwene? And then is Egwene Al something?
Yeah, but Perrin's not.
No, but
so
maybe his family's not from the Two Rivers.
Might be certain families. I don't know.
I wonder what that is. Don't explain in the comments. I'm pretty sure if we read the books, which we were planning to do in the future, we'll get the understanding of that.
I'm not quite sure, but it might just be a higher ranking family, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know. Because they all have the owl name.
Yeah.
Okay. The Sudam train in the One Power. So her people, they train from birth, essentially. I think that's really cool. They out here doing TikTok dances. That lady said, One Power. Like, out here doing TikTok dances to beat people. Let's move forward. Rima, the Yellow Aja. We got introduction to her.
Yes.
And how, I'm glad that they met them and her warder.
Yes.
Bro, they look like a married couple. They look
like a married. I mean, essentially.
They look like a married couple. They look like some Nigerian auntie and uncle. They come into the cookout. She cooked a banging jollof, and she about to bring this on serious jollof for y'all to eat. That's what's going on right now.
Right. Bro, he really saw them, was like...
He's like, oh my God, here we go.
Straight up, get out.
Boom, boom. I'm gonna throw him out of tension, man. Dang. But I already like. I can't. Let me not talk about the designs, because the afro was afroing. Her hair was hairing, man.
Yeah.
Everything about her just like majestic yellow Aja.
She has a presence.
She got a presence. I'm looking forward to see more of her.
Yeah.
At her warder. Egwene is captured.
Yes. I do feel like this is going to be very big for her.
Yeah.
This is going to be a complete turning moment for her.
Oh my God.
Because she's been struggling a bit, to bring out the real power within her.
They're gonna make a mistake by training her.
It's possible.
And forcing her to learn, because the training process is not gonna be easy.
I mean, they were gonna train her so they could, she could be on their side. So,
but if I was Egwene and they do train,
taking all that knowledge,
I'll take it in.
Yeah.
I would take my licks, literally, take the L's, and
on top.
When it's time,
we're
breaking free. Boom. We're soaring. We're about the High School Musical this out of here. Just bust out. About to be done. Party broke up, done, finished. Bam. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would just take all that knowledge in, because they might find a way to teach her. Obviously, it's not going to be through no like proper student teacher student thing.
Yeah.
It might be a thing where it's very like they might find a way to bring out, to use the One Power through aggression, through force, through like if she doesn't get it, slap on the wrist, literally, she might bleed a few times. It might suck, but I would take all that knowledge, bruh. Bosso.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
When it's time, Learn all you can while you're there. I would use that as an opportunity.
Definitely.
If I was Egwene.
Yeah.
Even though it sucks.
See how she does with this.
Yeah. Some people have mentioned that Egwene's arc in the books is really interesting. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
And lastly, Rand and Lanfear.
And his dominatrix.
His dominatrix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me how I knew from the trailers that just seeing him on the wheel right there
was gonna be
some sexual thing.
Yeah, some real kinky.
Some kinky nonsense, bro. My lord. But symbolic, yeah. Because Rand is the wheel.
He is the wheel.
Rand is the wheel.
Yeah.
So I feel like Lanfear, that's why I said this. I think it's the last episode or whatever, that she's not going to let anything happen to Rand.
No. She has a connection with him.
She wants him.
Yeah.
And it was explained in the episode that she was with
the dragon.
Yeah. Before he got married.
Yeah.
And which would explain Rand's emotional connection to her so quickly. Mm-hmm. Apart from, her physical beauty, there was an emotional attachment between the two of them. And that would explain because he's a reincarnation of his previous selves. And it's kind of like weirdly like the bond between Geralt and Yennefer. Mm-hmm. No matter how many other like people they meet, and unless they somehow break the cycle, they're going to be tethered.
Just a force, drawing them.
They're going to be tethered, whether he wants to or not. Yeah. And that's the thing. Rand once loved her in the past.
And I think going forward, Rand might be the one to break that cycle.
Yeah, he might. Just
because of him finding out what and who she is.
It's a toxic gossip tree.
It is a toxic gossip.
It's not good for business.
Yeah. And, so, he might have to use that love to break her.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah.
I feel like her tale is tragic.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to, not end well.
She's like a crazy ex.
Ooh.
So, yeah. It's like she doesn't want to forgive him, but she still loves him.
Yeah.
And she can believe, like, if the only person could kill you, it's me.
Yeah.
Her true colors were shown when the tent burned, when the inn burned, and she like slammed him against the wall. It was like, if you ever leave me like that again, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
She's like the,
obsessive. Yeah, she
like
yeah.
Yeah. So I know you don't gotta like watch out, but like what Rand said was true though. It's just like not everything between us was fake. Not everything between us was a lie.
No, I feel like that's something he really is gonna have to use to his advantage.
If he can.
Yeah.
We've seen that he's so naive and easily manipulated. That, I feel like she's the type you just gotta look at her the wrong way. I mean, she's gotta look at you the right way.
And you'll fall right back.
And you'll fall right back into it. She's that kind of, person.
A seductress.
She's a seductress.
Yeah.
Man. You gotta watch out for them, bro.
Yeah.
Them girl, them wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Them girl, them wicked, them wicked, them wicked. Y'all gotta check up that song. Jamaican music. I'm not Jamaican, I'm Grenadian, but still all the same. All Caribbean. People enjoy our Caribbean memes. But Guyanese, I should say. But still. Anyways. I think we'll wrap up here.
Yeah.
There's more little things we could have talked about, but we've already been going on for about an hour.
And we are short on time.
Because you have to edit this one.
Yes.
And I have to go do some other stuff.
Yeah.
For YouTube. So we're going to wrap up here. But I hope you guys enjoyed our very long discussion.
Yeah.
On the Wheel of Time. Or for the Wheel of Time. Episode 5. And yeah, man. I'm just enjoying this journey. It's a great season so far. It's been a lot of exciting moments. Can't wait to rewatch this episode.
Yeah.
Again before next week. And yeah, I think we'll just wrap up here.
Yeah. Make sure to check out full reaction on Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's it. Thank y'all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Clockmaster and
Cosmic Banks.
Out.